Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Cathy Liska with the Center for Coaching Certification and with Coach 123. The question, why coach training? Now, for some, they're asking the question in terms of, well, I can coach. I don't need to be trained to be a coach. That's a different topic. Let's talk about that later. For those who recognize the importance and the value of training, why coach training? So, first off, I'll say, I wish it were actually part of the school curriculum. When we're in grade school, high school, college, having classes on coaching is a fabulous idea. It's a skill set that serves everybody, regardless of what they do. Very specifically, coach training is going to elevate your people skills. It's going to take what you know now to the next level. During coach training, you learn about recognizing different personality styles. You learn about working with different learning styles. You learn about adjusting to someone based on their context and their experiences. Coach training is going to elevate your communication skills in a big way. We often joke that we speak multiple languages, one of which is coaching. It's almost its own language. The word choice when you're a coach is going to be positive. It's going to be proactive. It's going to be confident in others and their ability to do something, confident in yourself and what you do. In addition to the communication being positive and confident, it is also going to be clearer, very direct with people, saying it in a way that is simple and easy to understand. The communication skills will take your listening to a whole new level. There's an irony around listening. We often say, oh, I'm a pretty good listener. And then if you ask people, do you think other people listen well? Commonly, the answer is not so well. So obviously, there's a gap there, a disconnect, if you will. And elevating your listening skills, listening to what's said, what isn't said, what are the emotions, the thoughts, the intent behind what's being said? What's the energy around it? What are the themes and patterns over time? Learning listening skills at that level is a game changer in all of your interactions. Another skill that comes out of coach training is goal setting. And while it sounds simple, people can set a goal. The way you set the goal makes a difference in whether or not you achieve that goal, even in how you define it. And of course, in exploring the reasons for setting that particular goal. Coaching elevates the goal setting that you do and that you help others do. Beyond that, in addition, all those skills helping you both in your personal life and in your work life, coaching is going to upgrade the quality of your work in any role you're in. Because it elevates your people and communication skills, it makes a difference in the workplace. It also sets you up for success in your interactions with customers, clients, with colleagues, with peers, supervisors, people that report to you at any level. As a matter of fact, Harvard Business Review cites coaching as a skill set that all leaders need to develop and deploy. It is a skill set that is now expected of leaders. Increasingly, coach training is seen as something that leaders have to go through. They've got to develop their coaching skills if they're going to be effective as leaders. There are many other jobs that will request or even require coaching skills. For example, people that work in human resources, people that work in talent development. It's pretty common that they want to see you've learned some coaching skills. Increasingly, we're seeing that as the case in organizational development, project management, and change management as well. And anybody that interacts with customers or clients on a one-to-one basis is going to elevate the quality of the services they provide. For that reason, we see accountants, financial planners, attorneys, doctors, people from all walks of life take coach training to elevate the quality of their engagement with the clients they have in other roles. More and more, we're seeing that happen. Now, of course, one of the big reasons many people consider coach training is because they want to do coaching, whether it's part-time or full-time. Some organizations have coaching programs, and they provide coaches to people on their teams. It is a common best practice in organizations to have internal coaches, other employees in the organization, provide coaching to entry-level people to up through mid-level management. When you're talking coaching for senior leaders, higher level executives, et cetera, a best practice is to bring in coaches from outside the organization. So whether you want to do coaching as part of your role in the workplace, or you want to do it as a business yourself, where you're engaging and setting up clients, of course, coach training makes sense. Back to that initial question, when people say, why coach training? And there are those who say, no, you don't need coach training. You can just be a coach. Well, technically, legally speaking, anyone can hang out a shingle and call themselves a coach. Here's the real question. Is that the person you want to hire? If somebody says, I don't need to get trained as a coach, do you really want to hire them as a coach? In other words, they don't care enough about the service they're providing to go and learn more and elevate it. Imagine, what if we said, oh, well, attorneys get continuing legal education, mental health professionals do, accountants and financial planners do. All these professional service roles involve specific training and education, and they involve continuing education. When you hear a professional providing services say, oh, I don't need that, it tells you a lot about their interest in the quality of what they're doing. So yes, absolutely, it makes sense. In addition to it just being the right thing to do and it making sense when you're going to provide coaching services as a professional, it's smart. Coaching is going to give you, the training is going to give you tools, techniques, awareness of different processes, how to approach it. It very specifically is going to be designed to develop your competency in that particular service. And of course, the ethics that are involved, because coaching ethics really are different than other ethics. They're at a much higher standard. And it's important to learn what it is and what the expectations are. The added benefit of all the different processes and the awareness, the techniques and the tools, that's fabulous. And yes, of course you want that. In addition to getting trained as a coach, you're going to want continuing education because things keep changing and evolving. And coach training is going to be an ongoing process, just as is the case with any professional in any field. There is ongoing continuing education to maintain professional licenses, designations, certifications, credentials, etc. So yes, coach training makes sense. It makes sense whether or not you're going to be a coach. And of course, if you're going to be a coach, it absolutely is something that makes sense. The good thing to take away from it is coach training is going to be a benefit, whether you're a coach or whether you're applying the skills in other parts of your life or career. It's absolutely a fabulous opportunity. Come check us out at www.coachcert.com. Make it a great one.